Well, hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, yes, yes. It's time. Success Talk with Special K Thoughts. How is everybody doing? Welcome, 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 squatties. I am so happy it's Friday. And probably every live podcast that we do on Friday nights, I will say that I am so happy that it is Friday. It is the weekend, baby. But you know what's different this Friday night? It's not cold. Yay! It's not cold where I live. It's actually kind of warm. And I am so, so happy. All right, squatties. How's everybody doing? I see that we have 100 people in the chat already, which is a beautiful thing. Even if we only had one person in the chat, that would be a beautiful thing, right? Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Megan, Duchessy. My goodness, I'm messing up already. Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World podcast. This is our special edition, Success Talk with Special K Thoughts. We've been having our family chats on Friday nights, and I enjoy these chats with the Success family. Don't you guys? I enjoy them. I enjoy them. So, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me. And we're going to give people maybe 1 or 2 more minutes to join this live chat. And then we will go ahead and get started with roll call. How does that sound to you? You know, our faves, they didn't really have a busy week this past week. But you know, it doesn't even really matter with our faves. They can be home, minding their business, not make any statements, and they are still going to make the news. Isn't that right? Isn't that true? All right, let's see here. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to Success Talk with Special K Thoughts. We are going to talk about what happened in the world of success. Our faves. Yay! Hand clap for our faves. All right. I forgot something. I'm going to get up and get my bottle of water. I'll be right back. All right. I am back. See, it didn't take me that long. All right, everybody, give me a thumbs up. Give me flowers. Give me roses. Let me know that you can hear me. And also, I want to know where you are from. Where you be? What do you represent? Where do you represent? Because you know, we are an international squad. We are wide on all sides of the globe, aren't we? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. I see the thumbs up. I see the usual suspects in the house. And I will try to give as many shout outs as I can. I'm going to go back up through the chat. And of course, we're going to have fun tonight. So if you need to, run and go get your adult beverage, go get you a bottled water. Actually, I have both. I have my bottled water because we all know we need to hydrate. And I also have an adult beverage. Okay. So if you need to, go ahead and get your bottled water, get your adult beverage, get your tea, whatever it is that you enjoy. And please let me know where you are from, where you're at. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and start shout outs. Like I said, I see the usual suspects in the house, and that's always a beautiful thing. Sherry Ware, hey, we missed you. Where you been? Miss Joan, welcome to the chat. Miss Joan, I believe you're from Brooklyn. If I got that wrong, let me know. Church Nelly, welcome, welcome, welcome. That's a homie. That's a home girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just to clarify, my roots are in South Carolina, and I actually live in South Carolina. Okay. Both of my parents are from South Carolina, but I was raised in California. Okay. And my heart will always be in California. But hey, I got some strong low country roots. Okay. All right. Miss Lydia, welcome. Welcome. Fancy, fancy. Hey, how are you doing? Miss Gwendolyn, welcome. All right. This is a name that I'm not familiar with. I'm not too sure how to say it, but welcome. I want to say La Diana, welcome to the chat. Miss Jennifer, welcome. Miss Gwendolyn, welcome. Joan, Commonwealthier, welcome. Miss Gloria, welcome. Let's see. All right. Miss Robin, welcome. Miss Gwendolyn, welcome. Is it Daria or Dara? Welcome. Miss Carol, welcome. Kathy G, welcome. I don't believe we saw you last week. Is it Tupi? I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'm going to give you a highlight. Welcome. Sonia, welcome. Diane, welcome. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you be. Yes, she is. Camilla Tomney is a liar. She's a liar. Liar. Did you see that mess that happened on Twitter this past week? And you know what I love about that whole situation is that it's not just squatties that are calling her out. It's her own cohorts, right? It's her own fellow journalists that are calling her out on her bullshit. And I mean, they're really calling her out. That mess is hella funny. Okay. All right. Is it Hawk Key Helen? Is that how you say the name? I'm going to go ahead and give you a highlight. All right. Miss Bernadine, welcome. I think I gave you a shout out already. I'm not too sure. But if I didn't, welcome. Lucy Wynn, welcome. I don't believe we saw you last week. Cookies and cream, how are you doing? Susie Q, welcome, welcome. All right. Sis Trin, welcome. Probably. She probably is talking to herself. Dari, welcome. Miss Sarah, welcome. Angela, One Love, welcome. Beverly, welcome. Joseph, welcome. Is it Mayra? Welcome. I think we have another Sarah in the building. If you're from the UK, let me know. Let me know if you're from the UK. Let's see. Rochelle, welcome. Mr. Kenneth, welcome. Elizabeth, welcome. Kay Castillo, welcome. I always say this name wrong. Give you a highlight. Teari. Welcome. Vetty. Okay. I got a UK squatty. It's 1:05 in the morning in the UK. God bless you, Vetty. And thank you for joining us in the chat. Thank you. Got a lot going on in the UK. Miss Rhonda, welcome. Veronica, welcome. Kate, how are you doing? Welcome. Any other UK squatties in the house? Anybody from Canada in the house? Our North American brothers and sisters. Black Queen, welcome. And thank you. All right, Bright Eyes, welcome to the chat. That's my Northern California homie right there. Dolores, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Nellie Dean, welcome to the chat. H Knight, welcome to the chat. That's a name that doesn't look too familiar. Of course, we got Marshar in the house. Welcome. All right. I don't want to keep you guys too long because it's Friday and it's the weekend, baby. And it's Super Bowl weekend. You guys know who I'm down with. You guys know who I'm rocking with. I mean, I really don't want to rock with them, to be honest, because my 49ers didn't make it. But, I hope the LA Rams win. It's a California thing. So let me know who you guys are rooting for in the Super Bowl. Is it the LA Rams or the other team? And I don't even know who the other team is. Is it the Bengals? Okay, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, so let me know which team you're rooting for, and let me know where you're from. Let me know where you represent. Let's see. Thank you for the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button in this chat. Okay, I see some. Okay, we got somebody from Australia. I got to remember that because you are in the chat often. So I'm just going to call you Haki. You are from Western Australia. Okay, I did not know that. Welcome to the chat. See, we got Seattle in the house. We got South Florida in the house. All right, somebody from Puerto Rico. When I was in the military, I was in Puerto Rico for 2 weeks. We actually helped train the National Guard. And boy, I could not live in Puerto Rico. I would have, if I lived in Puerto Rico, I probably would have had about 20 kids. Ooh, you got some fine Puerto Rican men. You feel me? All right. Of course, Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Stone Mountain, Georgia is in the house. Colorado, San Francisco. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. 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 San Francisco's in the house. Yeah. Had a lot of good times in San Francisco. Tennessee, another UK squatty. Hello, Jennifer. I'm loving it. Dallas, Texas is in the house. Florida again. Somebody else is from Texas. Another person from California. That's right. Representing peace, love, and harmony. Absolutely. Another person from the Bronx. The Bronx. Okay, Black Queen is Jamaican, living in North Carolina. All right. Oklahoma's in the house. Maryland is in the house. All right. Somebody else from Canada is in the house. Love to see it. I love to see it. Trinidad is in the house. Hey, welcome. A lot of squatties from the Caribbean. A lot of squatties from the Caribbean. A lot of Caribbean squatties. And yes, we're going to talk about Jamaica. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Of course, South Carolina is in the house. Georgia is here. Detroit, Michigan. All right. Another squatty from Michigan. Oh, okay. We got somebody from Kansas that's in the house. North Carolina, Maryland, Harlem. All right. Harlem and New York City. Awesome. We got somebody else from Georgia. Barbados. All right. Welcome. Janice. A New Yorker camping in Virginia. Somebody's from, okay, put on a smile. Welcome to the chat. And they're from Southgate, Michigan. Is it warming up for you guys? Because I know where I'm at. It warmed up. It got into the 70s. People are so confused. You see people with sweaters and shorts with flip flops on. New Jersey's in the house. Another, okay, so we got another Jamaican in the house. Let's see. All right. Want to make sure we cover our bases here because it's important to know. Okay, we got somebody from Delaware in the house. It's important to know and also showcase. Uh-oh. Lisa, she says Rams, 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 and they're from Los Angeles. All right. But like I was saying, I like to give these shout outs and highlight where people are from because it just goes to show that, we're an international squad. We're a global squad. It's not just an American thing. Okay. Um, our faves have fans and supporters all across the globe. Okay. I see we got somebody else who is rooting for the Rams. Okay. Excuse me. I had to cough. I'm not too sure who's going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not. Um, something tells me, and my gut feeling is telling me that the Bengals might win it. You know? And I think I feel that way because they're considered the underdogs, right? All right. Somebody's from the ATL in the house. Welcome to the chat. We got 208 people in the chat. That's a beautiful thing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But Ty Fletcher, you're a 49ers fan? Go 49ers. They almost made it. Almost made it. Yes, 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 indeed. Yes, indeed. That halftime show, my God, that halftime show is going to be bananas. Okay. It's going to be bananas. Every single one of those artists I love. Well, there's one I don't particularly love. Okay. I'm not a huge Eminem fan, but I respect his talent. Okay. I respect his talent. But let me tell you something. If Mary J. Blige does not sing Family Affair, I'm going to lose it. Okay, I'm going to straight lose it. Okay, Mary J. Blige has got to sing Family Affair. And the reason why she has got to sing that song is because Dr. Dre produced that song. Okay, so Mary, she best be singing some Family Affair. Ah, Church Dilly talk about Special K. That gut feeling is just gas. You think so? I don't know. I think the Bengals might win it. I just it would be storybook for them. Okay? It really would be. But okay, don't worry. We're gonna get started about our faves, but it's okay to talk about other stuff. But let me cough again. Mary J. Blige has got to sing Family Affair because Dr. Dre produced that song, and that has got to be like top three best Mary J. Blige song ever, right? Dre and Snoop, okay? Dre and Snoop, they got to do nothing but a G thing, right? If they don't, they're gonna get booed. I'm telling you. Snoop and Dre, they got to do nothing but a G thing, baby, right? And they also got to probably do the other song, right? What? Still Dre, right? How's that go? Bling, 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 bling. I'm a California fool, okay? Like I was raised on that. All right. I representing for the gangsters all across the world, still hitting them in them lolos, girl. Woo! Don't let me get started the party. Okay. That's right. You're right, Lisa. California love. Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. They got to do that, right? And me and my cousin, I got a cousin that lives. Oh, I got a lot of family lives in Cali, but I got. I was talking to a cousin of mine, and she was like, yo, Kay, they got to do that song, Dre and Snoop. I mean, if they really gangster with it, they got to do that song that started it all. And I'm like, what song? For those of you in the chat who are into hip hop and who are, connoisseurs of hip hop and have been following Snoop and Dr. Dre's careers, right? What was the song that started it all? Okay. What is the song that started it all? Right? I don't know the name of it, but remember that? It was in a movie. It was in a soundtrack. It was on a soundtrack, right? How did that song go? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and you don't stop because it's 187 on an undercover cop. Remember that? I know some people in the chat are like, what is this girl talking about? But I'm just going back down memory lane, going back down my West Coast California memory lane when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to Dr. Dre and Snoop. Okay. But for those of you who do not know what song I'm talking about, look it up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look it up for you right now. It's the song that started the collaboration between Snoop and Dr. Dre. Okay. I mean, it's the song that started it all, and it was on a soundtrack. And I think Lawrence Fishburne, if I'm not mistaken, was in that movie. Okay. That's what it's called. Okay. It's called 187 on an undercover cop. Okay. Look it up. Look it up. Because that song is bananas. Okay. There you go. Deep cover. That's the name of the movie. All right. I got some people who are still with me. I got some people who are feeling me right now. Okay. Deep cover. And the name of the song, it's called 187 on an Undercover Cop. If you never heard that song, YouTube it. Now, if Dre and Snoop sing that song, I promise you I'm going to fall out. I'm, I'm going to straight fall out. All right. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started with this chat, Success Talk. And, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to see in the chat that people know exactly what I'm talking about, that people know their gangster rap. I love it. But, I think Mary is going to kill it. I think Mary is going to kill it. I think it's going to be an epic halftime performance. Okay. And that's right. They got to do gin and juice. They definitely have to do that. My God, they'll probably get booed off the stage if they don't do gin and juice. Right. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about our faves. Yeah, Mary does always kill it. I wonder about her vocals sometimes, though. Just saying. I got a cousin that's like, don't be talking about Mary J. Blige when she sings live. All right, guys. Yeah, Snoop cracks me up too. I like the way he dances. I love it when he gets his groove on. I just love it. All right, guys. Because we could talk about the Super Bowl halftime show during this whole chat. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about our faves. And like I said, our faves is, they were pretty quiet this week. Um, Prince Harry, he had um, participated in a podcast, and we will definitely talk about that. I'm sorry, Miss Lydia, but sometimes Mary, I mean, she be sounding, I'll leave it at that. All right. Prince Harry, this past week he did participate in a podcast, but we'll talk about that later on down the road. But there was big news. There was big news that came out this past week. The Queen Elizabeth, she made this big announcement. It's the start of her jubilee, her celebrating 70 years on the throne as some, Fox figurehead. But anyway, she began her jubilee to mark her 70 years as being a monarch. And she made this surprising announcement along with, starting her celebrations of her jubilee. So before we talk about her announcement and what her wish is, what she would like to happen once she passes on to glory and corrupt Chuck becomes king, she let her subjects, her peasants, know what her true wish is. Okay, once corrupt Chuck becomes king. So we're going to go ahead and dedicate this to Queen Elizabeth and her announcement and what her true wish is that she wants to happen once she passes on to glory and her son, corrupt Chuck, becomes king. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and recognize Queen Elizabeth's wish. I got a surprise for you. I got a treat for you guys, okay? This is a treat. Not only dedicated to you guys because I know you guys truly care, but this is dedicated to Queen Elizabeth and it's dedicated to corrupt Chuck and it's dedicated to Couchilla. All right? So here we go. Here we go.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who will do whatever His Highness desires. She's your queen to be, a vision of disease, an object of a tear upon to quench corrupt Chuck's desires. She's your queen to be.
Didn't you guys like that? Didn't you guys enjoy that? Hand clap. Hand clap. That was Special K's dedication to the future queen consort of the UK. Because at the end of the day, she is your queen to be. You thought that was terrible? What? You thought that was a mess? Come on, you guys didn't enjoy that? Because she is. Couchula, if you're living in the UK squatties in the house. If you're living in the UK, Couchula is your future queen consort. Somebody said bloody hell. Bloody hell, I hope not. Well, it's going to be a bloody hell because she is. Because Queen Elizabeth, let it be known that that is her wish. Her wish is once she passes on to glory and corrupt Chuck becomes the monarch, that she wants corrupt Chuck's wife, Couchula, to be the queen consort. So that was the big news. Okay. Not only is she going to be the queen consort of the United Kingdom, but she is going to be the queen consort of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, not UK squatties, but anybody from New Zealand in the house, that would be great if there's any squatties from New Zealand. Okay. All the what is it? 15? There's 15 countries that she's head of state of, that Queen Elizabeth is head of state of right now. Jamaica. Jamaica is one of those countries. Anybody from Jamaica in the house? Couchilla is your queen to be. She is your queen to be. Accept it. I don't want to hear no negativity. None. Accept it. She is your queen to be. Okay? I don't want to hear that she's a queen ho ho. Okay. I don't want to hear no negativity. I don't want to read no negativity in the chat about Couchilla. Okay. Queen Elizabeth done made up her mind. She said when she passes on to glory that she wants corrupt Chuck's wife to be the queen consort. Okay, it's Jamaica. Okay, Jamaica in the house. But if we get our way, nah. That's right, Jennifer. Nah. I can't help it. I can't help it. I gotta rub it in. I gotta rub it in. Okay. Wow. It's like really, really Queen Elizabeth. I wonder if Queen Elizabeth is doing this to burn the monarchy down. That thought has entered my mind. Is she doing this because she's trying to light a match and burn the monarchy down before she passes on? That thought has entered my mind. But now I'm not a monarchist. Hell no. So I wasn't too sure what the uproar was, to be honest, when this announcement was made, because I just figured that Couchilla would be the queen anyway. Once Queen Elizabeth passed on, I figured that she would be a queen consort because she is corrupt Chuck's wife. Okay. So I always thought that that was just automatically done. So after speaking to some squatties, because believe it, I gotta go. Excuse me. Because believe it or not, there are some squatties, okay, that like Mumbleina and Megan. Okay, that's a secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. But there are some squatties that actually like Mumbleina and Megan. Okay, shh, shh. All right. So I was talking to a squatty, okay, who's into that stuff. And this squatty schooled me and, told me that apparently when Couchula and Corrupt Chuck got married, that the decision was made that she would take on the title of princess, right? Princess consort. A lot of you in the chat probably have no idea what I'm talking about because you're like me. What the hell? What does it matter anyway, right? But let me pull this up real quick. But apparently, when Corrupt Chuck and Couchula got married, that out of respect, okay, out of respect for Princess Diana, okay, that Couchilla would have taken on the title of Princess Consort when Corrupt Chuck became king. Okay, that's what a squatty who likes Mamalina and Megan told me. Okay, so I did some research, and apparently that's true. I don't know if there's any somebody's. That's why I will never reveal who this person is. Never in life ever reveal who this person is. Okay, because look at y'all. Why you gotta be like that, Church Nelly? Talk about revoke the squatty's card. There are some people who ride both sides of the fence, and it's like, I side eyed this person, but hey, it is what it is. All right. But like I was saying, all these y'all some gangsters up in this chat. But so, like I was saying, that was the deal. Okay. Out of respect for Princess Diana, Couchula, and Chuck, there was an agreement that once Corrupt Chuck became king, that Calchilla would be known as Princess Consort. Okay. So apparently, Queen Elizabeth has had a change of heart. And she has made the decision that no, 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 we're going to go back on our promise. And it's my wish that, once I pass and once my son becomes king, that Calchilla will become queen consort. That's what I want the world to know her as. That's what she should be called. That's what she should rightfully be called. That's what Queen Elizabeth is saying. Now, y'all still mad. No straddling the fence. Um, so it's just really interesting to me that Queen Elizabeth changed her mind. Okay. And I got to be honest. When I read Queen Elizabeth's statement, I was just like, damn, did she even know what she was signing? Right? It's like, did she really even know what she was signing? Is Queen Elizabeth aware of what she's doing? That's honestly what hit my mind at first. Okay. But then, I really started thinking about it and analyzing the situation. All right. This has been building for a while if you really go back, right? If you go back, that this has been building up for a while. Okay. Cuz Queen Elizabeth just bestowed some type of honor on Calchula. I don't know what honor that was, but she just gave her some type of honorary title, and people were wondering where in the hell did that come from, right? I don't know what title that was, but she just gave her some. She just Queen Elizabeth just gave Calchilla some type of honorary title, and people were like, "Well, what the hell did she do that for?" Okay, so this has been building up for a while. Okay, it's been building up for a while, but I'm like, why? Like, why? Why does Queen Elizabeth feel like it's so important for Calchilla to be called and to have the title queen consort? Like, why? Why is that such a big deal to her? To me, the only reason I would think that Queen Elizabeth went this route, okay, well, actually, there could be two reasons why. Excuse me. Number one, she absolutely has no idea what the hell she's doing. Okay, it could be that reason. Or it could be that she came up with some type of deal with Corrupt Chuck. There was some type of deal that those two came up with. Okay. And I think that deal may have something to do with Prince Andrew. Okay. Queen Elizabeth knows that once she leaves this earth, that Prince Andrew has no protection. None. Right? Like he has none. Okay. So maybe Queen Elizabeth came up with this deal that, hey, I will give my blessing and announce this blessing at the start of my jubilee, right? And ask the country to support this as long as you make a promise to me that you protect Andrew. Okay? That you protect Andrew and that you pay his finances, you keep the security, right? And you just make sure that he's taken care of. Okay? And that's what I'm thinking might have happened. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm just trying to figure out why Queen Elizabeth And it's not like that I care so much, but we all like to talk and we all like to speculate and figure out what the hell is wrong with the royal family. But it's just interesting to me that all of this came out. And the irony behind all of this is the fact that what has the noise been in regards to Queen Elizabeth's jubilee? What has the noise been? The noise has been that all these royal reporters and royal roten commentators have been complaining and reporting that, oh, we just hope that Harry and Meghan don't overshadow the Queen's Jubilee. That's been the noise, right? That's been the fear. The fear and the noise has been, oh, we hope that Harry and Meghan, we hope that they don't overshadow or do something, you know, to overshadow the Queen's Jubilee. That's been the noise. Okay. But who overshadowed the Queen's Jubilee? Who's overshadowing it? Queen Elizabeth, Chilla, and Corrupt Chuck, right? Harry and Meghan absolutely have nothing to do with this. So, what are your guys' thoughts? Why do you guys think that Queen Elizabeth felt like it was necessary that this decision had to be made and that she had to make this announcement right at the start of her jubilee? And why do you think that this was just so important to her? Right? What are your guys' thoughts on that? Like I said, I think that there's some type of deal. Okay. The queen wanted reassurance from Corrupt Chuck that he would take care of Prince Andrew. Somebody said, "Are you sure you want to hear our thoughts?" Really, I just want to hear them so I can highlight them so we can make the royal family look like dumbasses. But that's what I think. I think the queen, I think she made some type of deal with Corrupt Chuck, or she just had no idea what she was signing. Okay, she had no idea what she was signing. Okay, you feel this is all Charles? It is all Charles. It is all Corrupt Chuck. It is. This is all Corrupt Chuck. We don't give Corrupt Chuck enough credit. Okay, we don't. He is way more smarter than we think he is. Okay, he is. He's way more smarter than we think he is. Okay, he's a silencer. All right, he's a silencer and he's very calculating in his moves. All right. Very calculating in his moves. And the only person in his life ever that makes him tick is Chilla. It's like he's got an emotional dependence on her. Like for real. He does. I feel like he's got an emotional dependence on her. If there's any trolls in the house, we do have moderators. Sherry Ware, I think you're a moderator. Miss Lydia, you're a moderator. Kick their asses out. Um, Church Nelly, I believe you're a moderator. So you guys just go on ahead and kick them out if you see any trolls in the house. Um, but yeah, I think Corrupt Chuck is way more smarter than we give him credit for. I do. I do. And I think Will Not needs to be careful of Corrupt Chuck. I do. I don't think William is that smart. I don't think he's as smart as his father. I don't. See, Corrupt Chuck, he plays the long game. Okay. Will Not is just trying to get over and take shortcuts. He thinks um, you know, being friends and being friendly towards the media and allowing them access to his children will give him a free press pass. Okay. But see, corrupt Chuck, he plays that long game, and he's been playing this long game in regards to his wife, Chilla, for decades. Decades. Okay. He's been putting in work for decades. Corrupt Chuck knew when he made that deal with the Queen in regards to Chilla, out of respect for Princess Diana, once he became king, she would be titled Princess Consort. He knew that that was a lie. He knew that that was a lie because at the end of the day, once he becomes king, he can do whatever the hell he wants to do, right? His mother could have passed on the glory, and he could have told her while she's on his deathbed that Chilla will be Princess Consort, and Queen Elizabeth would have passed on, right? And then once he became king, he could have easily changed that and say, no, she's Queen Consort. Okay. So that's why I'm going back to why did Queen Elizabeth decide to go on ahead and let it be known now while she's alive that her wish is that Chilla be Queen Consort? Interesting. Very, very interesting. But like I said, I think that there was some type of deal made. I really, really do. Either a deal was made or Queen Elizabeth truly is trying to burn the monarchy down before she leaves. All right. Miss Gail, thank you for the donation. We appreciate it so much. Like I say, the donations that you guys give go right back into the channel. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right. I'm looking in the comments. Let's see. Cat Harlem. Hey, Cat Harlem. I think the plan was to always call Camilla queen. The queen was for it because it'll fall in line with the monarchy guidelines. I think the timing of the announcement was the agreement, Andrew. Yeah, I think you're on to something. I do. I think you're on to something. I think that the plan was always to call her queen consort because, like Cat Harlem says, it falls in line with the monarchy guidelines. I think they were lying back in 2005, trying to appease the public, saying that, hey, out of respect for Princess Diana, you know, Chilla will take the title Princess Consort, once Corrupt Chuck becomes king. They were lying. They were never going to stick to that. Okay. They were never going to stick to that. For people who are monarchists that are upset about the whole thing, you need to be focused on why Queen Elizabeth decided to make this announcement now while she's still alive. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this story that I came across, and I thought it was interesting. I thought this was an interesting article that I read. Okay. Like I was saying earlier, this has been happening for a while. Okay. They've been working on this announcement for a while, and it's been well known within royal circles for a while that Chilla was going to be queen consort. Okay. I came across this article that was written earlier, well, not earlier, but in October of last year. Okay. And this article, it states that Princess Anne claims Camilla will never be a true queen as they quarrel about titles. So, like I said, this news is nothing new within royal circles. Okay. So apparently, Princess Anne isn't too happy about Chilla getting that title, Queen Consort. Okay. And not that I give a rat's ass about Princess Anne, because I don't, and I know none of us do, right? But I thought this article was pretty interesting. Okay, but it goes on to say reports suggest that Princess Anne and Duchess Camilla are currently at odds because of the Duchess's potential change in title. Okay, so this article was written before the news that came out this past week. Reportedly, Prince Charles has plans to make the Duchess the Queen Consort when he becomes king, despite promising his family that she will be Princess Consort. Interesting. Okay. So the article goes on to say that apparently, right, that rumors that Charles may walk back on his promise that Camilla will not be queen has riled Anne to no end. And she's told both Charles and Camilla as much. Interesting. And according to some source, it says that Anne has made it plain that Camilla will never be a true queen in the eyes of the British subjects. Anne wields a lot of power and has a lot of respect in that family. So you will find that the Wexes and maybe even the Cambridges will back her on this. Charles and Camilla will face a lot of pushback. Okay. So this article goes on to say, which I thought was interesting. In their youth, Camilla and Anne had a fractious relationship as they were both linked to the same man. Here's the tea. Okay. So apparently Princess Anne and Chilla were involved with the same man, and that is Andrew Parker Bowles. It's like, are there not enough men in the UK? Or is it just the royal circles? There's not enough men in the royal circles why these women seem to end up with the same man. It's like that is so nasty. But anyway, so this article was written back in October of 2021. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. If this article is true, and that's a big if, okay. If Princess Anne was really upset and she was letting it be known within the family that she was upset that Charles was making plans to have Camilla be titled Queen Consort, okay. And Princess Anne was upset about that, and she had family members, to include the Wexes and the Cambridges, supporting her on that. What the hell happened? Like, what happened? Because obviously, the queen didn't listen to Princess Anne. Okay. So obviously, Princess Anne doesn't have no power in that family, like this article says. Okay. So this is what I'm going back to. Prince Charles, we do not give him enough credit. Okay. He's way smarter than we think. He's very calculating. Okay. And at the end of the day, Prince Charles, he got his way, right? He got his way. He got his way. So I thought that was a real interesting article for those of you who belong to one of the 15 um, Commonwealth countries where the Queen is head of state. Chilla, she is your future. She is your future Queen Consort. I just think that is so hilarious. And who's calling her Rockwaller? I mean, the hits just keep on coming and coming. And that's why I'm just wondering, is Queen Elizabeth really behind this for the right reasons? Or is she behind this for the wrong reason? Hmm. You know what I'm saying? Is she behind this because she's trying to burn the house down before she leaves? Or is she behind this because she truly wants Camilla to be the queen consort? Or is she behind this because, she made a deal with Corrupt Chuck that Corrupt Chuck will take care of Prince Andrew? Interesting. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And another thing that's interesting, he did. He had 70 years to think about it. He sure did. Let me take a drink of water real quick. You think she's protecting Andrew? And it could be a combination of things. You know, it could be a combination. She could be protecting Andrew, right? And she may figure, hey, I can protect Andrew and burn the house down at the same time. You just never know. But you guys notice how with the this news coming out, how there are different royal rodent commentators and British tabloids. You notice the difference in the reaction in regards to the royal rodent commentators and the British tabloids? You notice that? Like you have some royal rodent commentators who all of a sudden support Cowchilla and they're trying their best to prop her up. And then you have some royal rodent commentators who were like, oh, hell no, this isn't a good idea. And they don't support the decision at all. And then you have some British tabloids that support the decision and they're trying to prop Cowchilla up. And you got some British tabloids who are like, this is not a good idea. That Cowchilla shouldn't be queen. Da 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 da. Very, very interesting to see the differences within royal commentary. Okay. Very interesting. Because usually what the queen says, they just fall in line, right? Usually what the queen says, they just fall in line. But I was also reading a lot of commentary that Cowchilla, she's basically had the Daily Mail in her back pocket for years. And there are a lot of squatties who feel that Cowchilla is one of the main people that has been briefing against Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Now, that thought has never, ever crossed my mind. Okay. Like, seriously, it's never crossed my mind because I don't see how she would benefit from that. And the reason why I don't see how she would benefit from that is because corrupt Chuck is always going to have her back. I just never saw Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, as a threat to Couchula. To me, Mumbelina is more of a threat to Couchula because there are a lot of monarchists who would rather see Will Not and Mumbelina be king and queen than see corrupt Chuck and Couchilla. So to me, the threat to corrupt Chuck and Couchilla is Will Not and Mumbelina, not Prince Harry and Meghan. Okay. So, those were my thoughts, but let me know what you guys think. I just never saw Meghan Duchess of Sussex as a threat to Couchula. I just I just never did. Okay, but some people do. Some people think that, Couchula um was briefing against Meghan Duchess of Sussex to the Daily Mail. Okay. Now one thing about it, squatties are on it. Okay, squatties are on it. So but I do believe that Calcilla has been, you know, she's made sure that she's maintained a good relationship with the Daily Mail. Okay. And obviously corrupt Chuck has because I mean he writes articles for the Daily Mail, doesn't he? It's like he writes articles for them and he allows a lot of access, right? So anyway, all these names that we have for William and Kate. I mean, sometimes I just can't keep up. Jesus, I can't. I see McButtons and McDoofus. Stop. Oh my gosh. So you guys believe that Couchilla had to get the public to hate Megan? Yeah, I could see that, but I'm just saying though, to me, Couchilla, she's always going to be in a good position because that's how much corrupt Chuck loves her. I mean, he loves her to death. He's got some type of emotional independence on her, in my opinion. You know, Susie Q, thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Megan was a threat to them all. She showed what a servant of the people really does. Yeah, whoa, that's a good um comment. You're absolutely right. But you know what's crazy is if if they continue to see Megan as a threat, then that's going to be their whole life spent being in the monarchy. If they view Megan as a threat, then they'll never be able to let that go. You understand what I'm trying to say? Well, this is what I'm trying to say because I don't even understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Megan was less of a threat to them when she was a working royal. I'm just saying. She was less of a threat to them when she was a working royal. Outside of the monarchy, Meghan and Harry are more of a threat. They're a bigger threat. Why? Because the monarchy cannot control them. Okay? The monarchy cannot control them. Meghan and Harry, because of their global mass appeal, right? They attract global attention. Look what just happened. I mean, look what just happened in real time. We're talking in real time. Look what just happened. Okay? Will not went to was it Dubai and did whatever he did. But who was everybody talking about globally? Who was everybody talking about while Will not was in Dubai doing royal work? Everybody's talking about Prince Harry being on the podcast, right? Talking about HIV testing. That's what everybody was talking about globally. Okay. And I don't mean literally everybody, but what I'm saying is Prince Harry got way more global attention than Prince William did. So, it just Prince Harry and Meghan were more of a threat. Let me rephrase that. Prince Harry and Meghan were less of a threat while they were working royals. But outside of the royal family, they're a bigger threat. They're a bigger threat. So anyway, Queen Consort Couchilla, she's your queen to be. All right. We got almost 350 people in the chat. For those of you who just joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We were talking about Calchilla and her new title, or the title that she will be um, getting once Queen Elizabeth goes on to glory. Um, that whole situation right there is a hot mess. It's a hot, hot, hot mess. It's a royal soap opera mess. Okay, so Betty says, Will not was only seen on the TV for a second, blink, and you missed it. Okay. See, and Betty is a UK squatty, so they would know. Okay. In regards to Prince Harry, they are still talking about um him and Serena Williams um appearance at the Better Up Inner Workday conference. They're still talking about that. And that was what, last week? And have you guys noticed since the news came out about this title that the Queen wants for Camilla, Couchilla? What are some of these British tabloids saying now? What's the headline in regards to Prince Harry? No, they are not writing stories asking how come Prince Harry has not commented on Couchilla getting the title Queen of Consort. Now, isn't that some crazy shit right there? Isn't that crazy? It's like Prince Harry, dead silence. Prince Harry doesn't acknowledge or congratulate Couchilla for getting the title Queen Consort. It's like, really? What does that have to do with Prince Harry? First, y'all complain about the man each and every time he opens his mouth. But then when he doesn't make a comment, then you're writing stories about why he hasn't made a comment. That shit is funny as hell to me. But you know what that's all about? I'm going to tell you what that's all about. It's Prince Harry's impact. That's what that's all about. Because they know if Prince Harry makes a statement and says that he supports Couchilla getting that title, then that helps Couchilla, right? And it helps her in regards to the global, right, appeal. Because people will be like, well, you know what, if Prince Harry, if he's cool with it and he's all right with it, then hey, I'm cool with it. It goes to Prince Harry's impact and it goes to Prince Harry's appeal, his global appeal. Okay, that's why they want him to comment. But also they want him to comment because of clicks. It gets clicks, right? It gets clicks, it gets engagement to their paper. And I also get that part too. But I am so happy that Prince Harry stayed away from that. I am so happy that Prince Harry and Meghan stayed away from that whole mess. See, those guys know what they're doing. Those guys know exactly what they're doing. They know when to comment and when not to comment. Okay? They know when to comment and when not to comment. Prince Harry didn't say nothing about that whole royal mess. Okay? But what did he do? He said something about his mother, though. Right? He put his mother back out there saying he wants to honor his mother, right? I love it. I love it. All right. So staying on the Prince Harry vibe, we're going to talk about the People's Prince, the Global Prince, because he did make an appearance right after that whole royal title mess in regards to Couchilla. I mean, it was perfect timing, right? I mean, to me, it was perfect timing for Prince Harry to come on this podcast and talk about the real queen, the true queen, okay? The people's princess, the real princess, his mother, Princess Diana. Okay, wasn't that wonderful? Wasn't that just wonderful? It's like, where's Prince Harry? He hasn't made a statement. He's silent. Da 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 da. He made no comment. He didn't congratulate, Calcilla on getting, the title queen consort. The next day, Prince Harry comes out on the podcast and speaks about his mother. Woo! That was beautiful. And no, I do not think that he spoke about his mother as shade to Calcilla. I don't. I don't think it had absolutely anything to do with her. All right. Melinda, thank you so much for your donation. We really, really appreciate it. Like I said, all the donations go right back into the channel so we can have more of these chats. So thank you, Melinda. Appreciate it. I thought I saw a comment in here I wanted to highlight. Harry's not going to make a statement. Harry said when he asked his family, the dogs, they said no. It's true. When he asked his family to turn off the dogs, they said no. Absolutely. All right. Prince Harry, know your status. Get an HIV test, says Prince Harry. All right. Prince Harry, he urged people to go and get a test for HIV so you can know your status. All right. And the Duke of Sussex said he wants to continue his mom's unfinished work in removing the stigma around the virus. I miss Princess Diana. I do. I miss her. My mom was and still is a huge Princess Diana fan. I mean, I think I've told this story before, but on the day of Princess Diana's funeral, I'll never forget. For whatever reasons, I was at my mom's house, um, and I remember coming down the stairs, and my mom was sitting on the couch, right? And the funeral was on, and I went into the kitchen, got me some Fruit Loops, and I sat down next to my mom, and my mom's watching the funeral, and I mean, she is boo hoo hooing, snot nose down, crying. Okay, and I'm serious when I say that, like boo hoo hooing, snot nose down, crying. Okay, and my mom, I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. She said, just when she found happiness, they kill her. True story. True story. And I remember I looked at my mom and I looked at the TV and I was like, wow. Okay. So anyway, that's impact. That is impact. My mother, an African American woman, and I can't remember how old my mom was. She probably was she probably was my age, right? Early 40s. Um Crying, snot nose down crying, watching Princess Diana's funeral. That's impact. Okay? My mom, African American woman, living in California, snot nosed, boo hoo hoo, ugly cry, crying, watching Princess Diana's funeral on TV. And she believed that the monarchy, corrupt Chuck, had something to do with Princess Diana's death. Okay? African American woman. By no means, shape, or form a monarchist. Impact. And that's the type of impact that Prince Harry has. Okay? That's the type of impact that Prince Harry has. All right. Like I was saying, Duke of Sussex, he said he wanted to continue his mom's unfinished work in removing the stigma around the virus. Okay. So, Prince Harry, he was speaking as a part of the National HIV Testing Week. All right. And he made these comments on a podcast, which is called Tackle HIV. Okay. It's called Tackle HIV Podcast. And he spoke with a legendary Welsh rugby um, player. Let's see. So, and apparently this Welsh player uh, has HIV. He lives with HIV, the HIV virus. Okay. Let's see. So, Prince Harry, he's continuing the work. He's continuing the work, um, walking in his mother's path. We all know that Princess Diana, she is famous for bringing HIV to the forefront, right? In the public's eyes, because as a working royal, she actually went to a hospital that treated HIV patients. And not only did she go visit the HIV patients, but she actually touched them and hugged them. She actually gave a man who was HIV positive, and I think this man actually had full blown AIDS, if I'm not mistaken. But she actually hugged him. And you're talking about in the early to mid 80s when HIV and AIDS had a huge stigma on it. Okay, back in those days, people thought if you touched somebody that was HIV positive or who had AIDS, that you could actually catch the virus. Okay, but Princess Diana didn't care nothing about that. Okay, she actually shook these people's hands and gave them a hug. Okay, and she dedicated a lot of her time in highlighting HIV causes, um, to help make sure that people with HIV and AIDS, got the services and the medical treatments that they needed. So it's just wonderful, and it's just great to see Prince Harry continuing to walk in his mother's path, isn't it? It really, really is, because Prince Harry, he is so genuine about this, right? He is so genuine, and you can tell that he truly cares. Okay. His mission in life is to continue walking in his mother's shoes, is to continue walking in his mother's path. All right. So that was great. And, with COVID going on, we get hit over the head constantly each and every day about COVID, right? Like every day. That's all the news is about is COVID. And I think a lot of us have kind of forgotten about HIV and AIDS. It's not so much in our face like it used to be. Okay. It really, really isn't. But the news came out that that recently that that HIV diagnosis is among heterosexuals is higher than for gay and bisexual men in England for the first time in 10 years. Okay. That is huge. And that's something that we should pay attention to. Okay. And another thing, I had no idea that this week was National HIV Testing Week. See, that's why I love following our faves because you learn so much for our faves, right? It's like they teach you certain things that you weren't aware of, right? And that's what influential, impactful people do. They make you aware. They bring awareness that makes you pay attention, okay? And that's what Prince Harry and Meghan do. They bring awareness to certain social causes or certain social events that you weren't aware of. Okay. And they're not the only ones. Okay. You got other famous, influential, impactful people that bring awareness to people that they weren't aware of, certain social causes or certain social events or very important things that you just weren't aware of. So that's what I love about them. And the thing about Prince Harry, again, who is the global media talking about? Who are they talking about? Who? Prince Harry. That's who. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about Will Not and his one day, one day trip to Dubai. And how much do you think that trip cost the taxpayers? All right. Sonia. Sonia, thanks so much for the donation. We really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Delphine, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it. I hope you guys really are enjoying these chats. Like I said, all donations go right back into the channel, so we can talk about and highlight our faves. Because we all know there's a lot of noise out there about our faves. There's a lot of noise. But a lot of the noise is good noise too, right? Good noise too. Because like I said earlier, when Prince Harry and Meghan make a statement or when they do something, it gets global attention. And for the most part, that global attention is positive. You really only hear the negativity and the noise from British tabloids or royal rodent commentators. Okay. So I mean really Prince Harry and Meghan, they're thriving. They're doing what they want to do, which is to have a positive impact in the world by providing services and bringing awareness to those in need, right? Did anybody listen to um, the podcast that Prince Harry was on? I caught bits and pieces of it on Twitter, but I didn't hear the whole thing. But I just love hearing him talk. I love hearing him talk, and you could tell that he knows what he's talking about. You could tell that he has a passion for what he's talking about. Okay. I mean, you really honestly can. Uh, yeah, I gotta pull that podcast up so I can listen to the whole thing. And really analyze what they were talking about. Um, because like I was saying earlier, we constantly hear about COVID, right? We're you hear about COVID every day, every hour, and HIV/AIDS is really taking a back burner. And statistics show that STDs are on the rise. They really, really are. It's like they are on the rise. So people really need to be careful and they need to protect themselves and they do need to test. Get tested. Um, because it's very important. You need to protect yourself and you need to protect your loved one. Okay. All right. We're going to talk very, very briefly. Um, you know what? Actually, I don't even know if I really want to talk about this. Maybe we should just end on a positive note. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to talk about Will Not and Mamalina's supposed trip to Jamaica? Or should we just end this podcast on a high note? What do you guys think? Somebody said no glove, no love. It's true though. No glove, no love. I absolutely agree with that. All right. What I'm going to do, I'll talk briefly about it, very briefly about Will Not and Mamalina's supposed trip to Jamaica. And I'll keep it short and sweet. But when news came out that they are going to go to Jamaica, I just thought it was lovely to see the visceral reaction to their upcoming trip. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they pull this off. Okay, it's going to be very, very interesting. First of all, I want to know, did Jamaica request for them to come, or is the royal family sending them to bring awareness to the Queen's Jubilee? Okay, that's what I never got clarity about. Because when you read the announcement, it's basically saying that they're going there in celebration of the Queen's Jubilee, right? which which just goes to show you how tone deaf the royal family is. But anyway, Jamaican squatties, you know, how do y'all feel about Will Not and Mamalina going to Jamaica? How do you guys feel about that? And if anybody can find out, was that a request from Jamaica, or is the royal family just sending them to Jamaica to bring awareness to the Queen's Jubilee? It's my understanding. Remember the whole blow up and brew rah rah ha ha when Will Not and Mamalina went to Scotland, and Scotland was like, "No, we do not want you guys here," but they came anyway. Remember that? And there was like maybe 10 people that showed up to welcome them. If that can happen in Jamaica, that would be a beautiful thing. Okay, somebody says that Jamaica did not make the request. I don't think they did. I don't think Jamaica made this request. I think the royal family is pushing um Will Not and Mumbelina out. I think they're just making them go. And the reason why I just want to talk about this really brief, it's because excuse me. My thought process about this is, right, what are they going to do? Are they going to use Jamaicans as props? Is that what the plan is? Is to use them as props? Is to have the people out there, have all these Jamaicans out there with British flags, waving and smiling and clapping for Will and Kate when everybody wants to know why hasn't the royal family apologized about the whole incident with with Winrush? Like, really, do they think that black people are just that fool and will just accept anything? The Winrush scandal, has the royal family or the British government apologized for that? Have they? Have they addressed that? Like, seriously. I mean, this scandal, it's not like this just happened. I'm sorry. It it's not like this happened 20 or 30 years ago. This scandal just happened, right? The Windrush scandal just happened. I mean, it's probably happening now. It's probably still going on, right? Are they still deporting Jamaicans back to Jamaica? Are they still deporting Jamaicans who are UK citizens back to Jamaica? Are they still doing that? Okay, there you go. No, they have not, and it's still happening. That's what I thought. The nerve of the royal family. So you're gonna send Will Not and Kate out to Jamaica on some tour and have all these Jamaicans out there waving British flags while the UK government is deporting Jamaican UK citizens. Wow. Like, wow. I mean, that is white supremacy at its finest, boy. I mean, it really is. Okay. Windrush is a very serious scandal. Okay. I mean, I think it began right back in 2018. I mean, you have Jamaicans who were UK citizens who were detained in the UK, who were denied legal rights. They were deported, wrongly deported by the UK Home Office. And like somebody in the chat said, it's still happening. But you're gonna have Will Not and Mama Lita go to Jamaica acting like they're God's chosen ones. Boy, I just hope and pray. I really do. I hope and pray that enough Jamaicans rise up, make enough noise, and that trip is canceled. Or Will and Kate show up and there's a whole bunch of protests. I really, really do. Okay. I really, really do. Because Jamaica deserves better than that. Jamaica can run their own country. The Jamaican citizens can run their own country. Why in the hell do you have a 95-year-old European white woman as head of state? Why? Why? What does the UK do for Jamaica? Like, seriously. What does the UK do for Jamaica? I just want to know. What benefits does Jamaica get from the UK? I just want to know. Like, what are the benefits? What are the benefits? Huh. So that's going to be a very interesting trip. Okay. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how that pans out. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't it's like what benefits does Jamaica get from that? From the queen being head of state? All the poverty that's in Jamaica? Like really? Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that. I saw a lot of comments where, Jamaicans were saying, "No, thank you, but you can send Harry and Meghan." And you guys notice on a lot of the comments, right, that the Will Not and Mamalina fans are posting a whole bunch of positive stuff. Like, "Yay, we're glad they're coming." Da, 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 really trying to prop up Will and Kate, and you'll see comments by true Jamaican citizens saying we don't want them here. It's like, how are you going to go on a Jamaican page and tell the people of Jamaica that they're wrong for not wanting Will Not and Kate to come to their country? You talk about a pompous attitude. Anyway, like I was saying, that is white supremacy at its finest here in 2022. You got the UK government detaining UK citizens of Jamaican descent, and they're falsely deporting them back to Jamaica. They're saying that you're not welcome in the United Kingdom. You're not welcome. But you better welcome me when I come to your country. And you better be grateful when I come to your country, Blackie. That's what they're saying. You should be grateful that I'm coming to your country, Jamaica. You should be grateful. And you better be out there in the thousands waving those United Kingdom flags. But oh no, we don't want you in our country. Oh hell no. Isn't that crazy? It is. The arrogance and the superiority is outstanding. It really, really is. It's outstanding. It really, really is. But, to end on a positive note, I'm just so happy that our faves aren't involved in that performative performance. Aren't you? I'm just so happy that they're not involved in that. Mr. Arnold, you think that they'll be well received? You think so? A part of me feels that way too. A part of me feels like that they will be well received. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It just depends on where they go. Like, where are they going in Jamaica? I bet you they won't be in Spanish Town. I bet you they won't be. But like I was saying, I'm just so happy that our faves aren't involved in that mess and they're continuing to do the work outside of the royal family that actually has impact, positive impact on people's lives. Right? Just so happy. The best decision that Harry and Meghan made was moving to America. That was one of the best decisions that they made. All right. Well, I don't have anything else in regards to this podcast. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? You think they'll be dutiful subjects? When was the last time anybody from the royal family was in Jamaica? Was it Prince Harry? I think that was in 2016 when he was there. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think they're trying to push Will Not and Mama to make more world tours in the Commonwealth countries. I do. I think they're really trying to push them out there, more so focusing on the Caribbean. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I say let them do what they feel like they need to do. Okay. Let them push those two out there. If they want that monarchy to survive, that's what they're going to have to do. But at the end of the day, if Harry and Meghan are doing something, Will Not and Mumbelina can hang it up because Harry and Meghan are going to hog all of the spotlight. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live podcast. I appreciate you guys joining us. We've got the Invictus games coming up. I can't wait for that. Woo! I can't wait for that. I wonder if they're going to show that on TV or if they're going to live stream some of those games. Because let me tell you something. When the Invictus games start, the royal family can hang it up. I hope they don't have no engagement scheduled during that time because they can hang it up. Everybody's going to be focused on the Invictus games. Okay, everybody is. So, too bad, so sad, royal family. Anyway, let's end on a positive note. Like I said, we got the Invictus games coming up. Um, what else is going on with Harry and Meghan? Let's see. Speaking of Meghan, I noticed on Twitter some people were saying that, they miss her and that she's been kind of quiet. Well, I'm so happy that she's been quiet. I'm serious. I'm glad that she's laying low and that Prince Harry will come out every once in a while and do his thing. I think that's great. I think that's a good thing. She's got those two precious, you know, babies. Well, Archie, he's a toddler, but mommy time is a crucial time. And I'm glad that she's, you know, not so much in the spotlight and being a stay-at-home mom. And you never know. Um, I'm pretty sure she's probably working from home. She's probably working on a lot of projects that they got in the works. But no, I'm glad that Megan's not in the spotlight. I'm glad that she's laying low. I think that's great. I really really do. Yes, we miss her, but I'm glad that she's not so much in the spotlight. And I like it when that happens. I like it when she's not in the spotlight and it's all about Prince Harry. I do. I think that's a good setup. All right. So we're going to go ahead and end this podcast so you guys can get on with the rest of your Friday night. I want to thank everybody for the donations. We really appreciate it. Um, any questions in the chat before we go? Everybody put a thumbs up. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Um, let's end on a positive note. I want to see a whole bunch of flowers. I want to see a whole bunch of roses. Um, make sure that you guys check us out on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. If you're not following us already, make sure that you subscribe to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. If you're not already a subscriber, we are on Spotify. Speaking of Spotify, it's a hot mess. It's still a hot mess, but we do have podcasts on Spotify and we have podcasts on Apple. You can follow us there too. Okay. So, Yeah, I did hear about that petition. I did hear about it. At the end of the day, they're gonna go. It's about survival of the monarchy, so they're gonna go. It's just gonna be interesting to see how the reception is. It it's gonna be interesting. Some in the chat think that Jamaica's gonna have a whole bunch of people out there welcome them with open arms. Some people think that there's gonna be protests. So it'll be very, very interesting. But anyway, again, like I said, uh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Megan, Duchess of Advocacy podcast. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple. Please follow us there. We are on YouTube, obviously. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We're on Twitter. Follow us if you're not following us. And we're actually on Instagram as well. Okay. So, again, thank you for joining this live podcast, and also support other pro Prince Harry and Meghan podcasts. There's a lot of them out there, which is a beautiful thing. Um, so, I'm happy to see that. We're going to go ahead and end this podcast. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure that you hydrate. And predictions for the Super Bowl. This is my prediction for the Super Bowl. Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I said it. Don't get me wrong. I want the LA Rams to win. I want the LA Rams to win, but I have a feeling the Cincinnati Bengals got this. All right? And don't forget to look up that song by Snoop and Dr. Dre. Okay? 187 on an undercover cop. All right, squaddies. Thank you. I will see you guys next week. You guys ready? Here we go. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because you know we the best. Good night, squaddies. Good night.